Maybe you from the 1970s when the Los Angeles Rams was known as the Prison Foursome because of that defensive line. Or maybe you in the city of St. Louis, the gateway to the Midwest, where the greatest show on turf brought home the first ever Super Bowl championship. Or maybe you in the here and now with the Rams back in LA, winners of Super Bowl 56. You can rock Eric Dickerson. You can rock Marshall Faulk, Isaiah Bruce, and Kurt Warner. Or maybe you rocking Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, and Matthew Stafford. It doesn't matter because when it comes to this, it's all about the Los Angeles Rams. Horns up, Rams South. Time to talk Rams football. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing today? It is the month of November, November 2nd. It's a Thursday, but I am not in a good mood. I had a horrible weekend. I've been through a lot this past weekend, especially on what took place this past Sunday. Not thrilled to recap this game, but I'm going to recap this game. Just devastating, just just ridiculous of what took place out in Texas. Just a shame and whatnot. But what can I do? It is what it is. So I'm not going to take too much time because I'm finna jump right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, week 8 had the Los Angeles Rams visiting the $1 billion playpen out in Arlington, Texas against America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Going into the game, I did pick the Cowboys to win the game. Nevertheless, it's still my team with the Rams. And this took place 43-20. Got steamrolled, got stomped, took it on the chin, took an ass whooping, got taken to the shed, whatever phrase you want to put that results in the Rams getting their ass kicked, use it because we got our ass kicked by the Dallas Cowboys. What a way for the Cowboys to win coming off a bye week. They got a big game coming up this week, but man, they beat the holy hell out of us. This was despicable. I I did not want to watch this game, but I watched it. I was disgusted from start to finish. I couldn't believe how abysmal we looked. And it really turned when Matt Stafford threw that darn pick six to Deron Bland and he took it back to the house for a touchdown. That was the end of the game on that one. I knew it and I was like, yep, you know what? That's the end of the game. We finna get our ass whooped. There's nothing we can do about it. Then y'all see the statistics here if y'all not see. Shout out to those who watching on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the show. Go ahead and share it out with your friends, especially their Cowboys fan, because this is their day. This is their moment. I have nothing to say against Cowboys Nation because we got our ass whooped by y'all. Just plain and simple. We got our ass whooped by the Dallas Cowboys. Matthew Stafford, 13 for 22, 162, one touchdown, one interception. Of course, I just mentioned the interception. That was a pick six. He didn't even finish the game. Matter of fact, all his stats came in the first half. He didn't even touch the second half. Brent Rippey did. I don't got his stats. It didn't even matter because by then it was already goddamn 30, 33-9 at halftime. It just didn't matter. It just didn't matter. Worst Freeman, 9 carries, 44 yards. First touchdown as a Ram. Derrick Henderson was the leading receiver with 3 catches, 54 yards. Our running back is the lead leader in receiving yards this last game. Our running back. That's a damn shame. Dak Prescott had his best game of the season. 25 for 31, 304, four touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Tony Parker only had 12 carries for 53 yards. And C.D. Lamb. Oh, that last name Lamb meant what it means because he went 12 catches, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No matter what, there was a block punt that also resulted in a safety for the Dallas Cowboys. For the second year in a row, we lost to the Cowboys. At least last year when it was in SoFi, it was closer. This past Sunday, we got steamrolled. They beat our ass from start to finish. I mean, they got the ball first and they scored, and we just got mollywopped from that point forward. I mean, the team statistics, look at it. Just look at it. Mm, mm. I mean, 387 yards to 280. Both teams had 11 drives. We ain't do crap with our drive. 188 total passing yards for the Rams. Okay. That's with Matt Stafford and Brian Rippett. Dak Prescott threw more than both of them combined. Good gracious. One that had 92 rushing yards, Dallas Cowboys had 102. Not a big difference there. Both had turnovers, but our turnover turned into a pick six for the Cowboys. I mean, the statistics look pretty good, but when you get your ass whooped 43-20, there's a lot of disappointments going around. And Ram Nation came out in full force. Oh my gosh. Ram Nation came out in full force because that ass whooping we took was depressing. That was a depressing ass whooping we took at the hands of the Cowboys. Okay. The fact that we had to take that ass whooping, it's a shame. And I do mean it was a shame to take that ass whooping from the Dallas Cowboys, man. I have no, I have I have nothing to say against Cowboy Nation because we got our ass whooped. As much as I get on Cowboys when I get a chance on other shows, I can't do it today. They whooped our ass. I mean, I'm going to the comments right now, so I'm gonna take this down real quick. Let's go. One commenter said I lost my appetite for lunch now. I'll just get a bottle of tequila. Mm, mm, mm. Rams all day. This year's a wash. Time to focus on 2024. Hopefully, we can add some pieces that will help open up that window again. At least our great rookie class is getting experience. We need to start planning for Stafford's departure. Mm, mm, mm. I feel like I got punched in the stomach. Wish I would have slept in. Whew. The only healing medicine is a 49ers loss, which means they talking about the 49ers losing to the Cincinnati Bengals at Levi Stadium. And yes, Snowman, I did call them the San Francisco 49ers, so shut up. Yep, some of these look at it. I'm telling you. That's just one round school. Let's go to another round school because we got our ass whipped, man. There's no way around it. There's no way around it for me to say it. I have nothing else to say because we pretty much got our ass whipped. This was very depressing. Let's go to another Rams school. This is what Rams forever. Trying to watch it in person, nauseating would be sugarcoating it. I know. I know. Tank the season now. There's no emotions for embarrassed. We were embarrassed on national television for the entire world for us to see 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Fox number one crew, okay, of Kevin Kerbert and Greg Olson calling the game. Okay. With Aaron Andrews on one sideline and Tom Rinaldi on the other sideline. This was Fox game of the week. And they watched the NAS kipping take place at Jerry's World. The Fearsome Foursome group. They see what they had to say because I know they had. Oh, that group there. I love that group. That group always got something to say. Been over. We're better than I expected to be at this point, but the roster was never a contender or anything. Pretty sure the defense sucks. Nah, you think we let Dak Prescott go for 300 yards? Mm-mm-mm. It was over last week when they couldn't stop a below average quarterback. And he talking about the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny Pickett beat us. And a game we shouldn't have lost. Another person comment, embarrassment. Time to tank. We have all our picks for the first time since this clown GM was hired. Fire him right after the season and let a real football man make the picks. I do need to push back on that just a tad bit. I mean, Les Snead did help bring a championship to the city of Los Angeles. I'm just gonna say we did have a Super Bowl 2 years ago, so I'm gonna push back just a tad bit. I don't know if I'm ready to fire Les Snead yet, but it was an ass whooping, damn ass whooping that we took in Jerry's World. Okay, Cowboys Nation, I bow down in shame. We lost. I have nothing to say. There's nowhere around it. Take my L. And then we're gonna take this break. And when we come back, got to preview the game before we go to our bye week. We'll be back. The Playmakers Bar is proudly sponsored by Fanatics. Fanatics, the number one shop where sports fans across the world love to get their sports gear and fandom on. A wide selection of gears from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, the NCAA, and of course, the WWE. Whether it is football, basketball, baseball, hockey, even soccer, golf, no matter what sport it is, there's sports appeal for every fan of every sport. Fanatics, where sports fans shop and official license everything. The Playmakers blog is sponsored by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment. So much to stream. From shows and movies you can only catch here on Paramount Plus, whether it be from CBS, BET, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and so much more. The new home of Showtime. Watch Showtime original series, movies, and sports when you sign up for Paramount Plus with Showtime. Catch exclusive originals from Paramount Plus such as Star Trek, Strange Wars, The Family Stallones, Halo, and so much more. You also can stream live sports like NFL on CBS, the UEFA Champions League, the Masters, and the SEC on CBS. Paramount Plus, you can stream up to 3 devices when you create an account. So Paramount Plus plan starts at $5.99. If you hit that link below, you can get a free trial. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ramily Talk. Now I got that disappointing ass whooping out the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Rams have one more game before they bye week. And we're taking a trip to a old familiar place. Yet again, we're heading to Lambeau Field. As the Los Angeles Rams will take on the Green Bay Packers before the Rams head into the bye week. Now, let's take a look at the standings here. Something I don't have, something I didn't make a slide for. But let's take a look at the NFL standings and see where both teams are at right now. As of right now, if we look at division by division, the Packers are currently third in the NFC North, sitting at 2-5 on this year. The Rams are also sitting at third in the NFC West, sitting at 3-5 on the year. The Green Bay Packers already had their bye week. The Rams will play this one and then enter their bye week. Nevertheless, as of right now, the Seattle Seahawks are leading the way at 5-2, right behind the San Francisco 49ers at 5-3, who haven't had their bye week, but they on their bye week this week. And then us, and then the Arizona Cardinals, who are 1-7. That's the division. Let's look at the conference wise. Let's see. You have the Philadelphia Eagles as the 1, Detroit 2, Seattle 3, Cowboys 4, San Francisco 5, Atlanta 6, Minnesota 7th. The Rams are in 10th spot behind the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-5. Green Bay is 2 slots behind us at 12 at 2-5. So this game is pretty important, to say the least. We ain't out of the running for a playoff spot. So this game is very important going to Lambeau Field. And it has not been a good year for the Green Bay Packers up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's been some trepidations up there. They traded their cornerback, Rizul Douglas. to the Buffalo Bills. If you remember, Sue Douglas was one of the guys from last year's game who got a pick six against Matthew Stafford and company, and another loss to the Green Bay Packers. That was last year with Aaron Rodgers at the helm of Green Bay. This year's no Aaron Rodgers. There's Jordan Love. I will get to him in a minute. But here are the league rankings as we go into week 9 of the NFL season. The Rams are ranked 8th in offense, 22nd in defense because of that ass whooping we took by the Dallas Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers offense is ranked 28th in the league and ranked 11th on defense. So it's going to be strength versus strength of offense of Rams, defense with the Green Bay Packers, and weakness versus weakness. The weakness of our team is the defense, and the weakness of the Green Bay Packers is their offense. You should see how that goes. We are 7th in passing, 15th in rushing. The Packers are 25th in passing, 27th in rushing. We should handle business in this one, but we shall see. Now, here's are the numbers from Matthew Stafford. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Jordan Love has thrown for almost 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Carrion Williams, who's currently on IR right now, he should be back after the bye week. He's almost at 500 yards rushing with his touchdowns. Wish he didn't miss these 4 games, or we would have been good right about now. But it is what it is. AJ Dillon is the leading rusher for the Packers because Aaron Jones missed about 3-4 games. That's with an injury early on in the season. And then Puka Nakua, who's been quiet as of lately, on almost at 800 yards catching with 2 touchdowns on the season because before you know it, we getting our ass whooped because we turn the ball over. So I mean, it's just one of those. It's just one of those days that it sucks, man. But Jordan Love is not getting it done for Green Bay. Aaron Jones is in and out of the lineup. The Packers leading wide receiver is Jordan Reed, which is not good because he was looking for either Christian Watson or Romeo Dawes to be the leading receiver. It's neither one of them. Cooper Cup is bad, but he's not. He's trying to get involved in offense, but it's not working because every time Matthew Stafford throws a pick, he's throwing the Cooper Cup and it's turning the game around. As TJ Watt, who just happened to know he was throwing the Cooper Cup and uncupped the route and picked it off. And then the pick six by Deron Bland, who Stafford was late on the underthrow, and Deron Bland took it back for a pick six. So it's not working right now. By the way, no word on Matthew Stafford. He's still day to day. I give it a 50% chance that Brent Rippon is the starting quarterback. Because with Matthew Stafford, you never know. This man had a back injury, he would not miss a game. This man had a hand injury, would not miss a game. This man had a leg injury, would not miss a game. So I don't know. Matthew Stafford just don't miss games. So we still got to see what's gonna happen. I'm pretty much thinking Sean McVay's probably gonna wait till Sunday morning to figure out if Stafford's gonna go or not. We do have a bye week after this game, so I think an extra rest probably won't hurt Matthew Stafford. But nevertheless, this is an important game that we need. We need to go in the bye week with some momentum because after the bye week, there is some that schedule does not favor us as well. I mean, we still got the likes of the Baltimore Ravens on there, the Cleveland Browns, another day with the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, that's 4 games right there out of 9. We still got We have a game with the Giants, who's not easy to beat. The New Orleans Saints, who's not easy to beat. We got a pretty nice slate coming up. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Sean McVay plays this out because it ain't like we can rest on our morals here and knowing that the next half of the schedule is gonna be wow sweet and easy because it's not. Because we come out the bye, we got to see how the Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals, the Cleveland Browns, the Baltimore Ravens, the Washington Commanders, New Orleans Saints, the New York Giants, and we finish it off with the San Francisco 49ers. Those will be the next games for us on the year. So this is what ESPN is feeling like. ESPN has it. Surprisingly, with everything that's going on with us in Green Bay, 58.5% chance of the Green Bay Packers losing this game. The Rams are taking it on the road at Lambeau Field. I think this is the first time since the Arizona Cardinals game that ESPN has actually favored the Rams because they actually favored Pittsburgh when I did that one, and they favored the Cowboys last week. So yeah, ESPN might know something I don't know. We shall see. Matter of fact, Vegas feels different. Vegas says Packers 3.5 at home. Game time weather will be 45 degrees up in Lambeau Field. This is both teams need this win because there's no smooth sailing afterwards, especially for Green Bay. Because after they play us, they got Pittsburgh, then they got the Chargers, they got Detroit, Kansas City, the Giants, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Vikings, the Bears. So it's not an easy slate for them either. So this is a very important game before the Rams bye week. Going into week 9, heading into week 10. So we got to do what we got to do. Nevertheless, I picked us in the preseason. I'm sticking with my pick. We better win this goddamn game. There's no way we better lose this game. We cannot go 3-5 into the bye week. We can't do it. We cannot go 3-5 into our bye week. That's why I say 3-6. We can't go 3-6 into our bye week. We got to go 4-5, which is the opposite of what I had us going through week 9. I had us 5-4. We shouldn't have lost to the Steelers, but we did. That was the difference. The loss to the Steelers that I picked us to win. We can't lose to the Packers too, man. We can't be 3-5. At least be one game under what I projected. Don't be 2 games under what I projected. Okay, make it 4-5 going into the bye week. Please, I'm begging you. Please make it 4-5. All right, get a win in Green Bay for once. Make it 4-5. Let's go on about with some type of momentum. Okay, that's all I want right now. Okay. Let's go in there with some type of momentum. We're not that far out of the wild card spots. There's 3 of them. Remember that. So we can sneak in. And if we got to play the freaking San Francisco 49ers again for a 3rd consecutive week, might as well go ahead and do it. But damn it, do not lose to the Green Bay. If we lose to the Green Bay Packers, the season is done. The season is over. Okay? It's over if we lose to the Green Bay Packers again, this time without Aaron Rodgers. It is Jordan freaking Love, who is not doing well. Please beat the Green Bay Packers, okay? That's it. That's all I got. I will see y'all next week to recap this game. Then again, I might take 2 weeks off. I might need to take 2 weeks off. We'll see. We'll see how the game goes and how I feel, and then we'll go from there. All right. But anyway, enjoy the game. It's 1 o'clock over in Green Bay, Lambeau Field. Rams, get it done. Playmaker, deuces.
Thank you for tuning in to Ramily Talk. Ramily Talk is sponsored by Fanatics, Lids, and Paramount Plus. Get your favorite sports appeal with Fanatics or Lids, and get great streaming service with Paramount Plus. If you want to donate to the program, you can donate to us via Cash App, $D Playmakers. That is again, $D Playmakers. And remember, you can follow and subscribe to Ramily Talk on all podcast directories, including Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And those of you who are on Apple, leave us a great review, leave comments on how you feel about Ramily Talk and the episode that you listen to. Tune in again next time for more Ramily Talk, hosted by the Playmaker.